Bill Wilkins, and I'm 72 years old.
What do you make of that voice?
Sounds confused. Is he senile?
The voice on this tape is coming from an 11-year-old girl.
Bueno, nos encontramos con uno de los actores del Conjuro, Patrick Wilson. Patrick, hi, hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien. Buen español.
No.
Muy buena práctica. We're back at it.
Yes.
This horror movie, this great story that had a lot of fans. What do you think is going to happen this time when they go to the movie theater? They're going to doubt more than they did before?
Look, the first one reached such a wide audience, which was so thrilling and amazing around the world, really, to see the reception that it got, both critically and commercially. And with this one, what I've heard from people, and it's hard to have perspective, but the not only the scares, but the romantic scenes, the humorous scenes, I think those really, there's a lot of character and heart in the film, with an equal amount of just terrifying moments. So I think everybody's going to be supremely happy.
We keep doing this. You're going to die.
How's the process? You as an actor, when you get the script and you read this is horrifying, this is scary. Did that ever happens to you?
To be honest, no.
No, it's just a story.
It's just a story, and and that's a lot of just who Ed was too. Ed Warrens tries to, he's very scientific about it. He wants to dispel any creaks, and he wants to make sure that it's everything that is real has been investigated before he just goes, oh, it's a ghost. He's not that guy. So that's how I look at it. And also just as an actor, that I've done 4 films with James, and I'm just fascinated by the technique of it. So I like to you read how these scares are set up. He's very methodical in how he does it. So that's just exciting as a filmmaker.
Janet, are you all right?
Stop calling me Janet.
On the movie set, we know this is a movie about paranormal and some scary stuff. Yes, it's scary. And when you're on set, does that something different happens, or you go like, oh, what was that? Or
you don't get scared by the same things that an audience does, because
the process is different.
Of course, and that's made in the editing room. A scare, you don't get scared shooting a film. I will say in this movie there was a very creepy section. I mean, just weird. That. And I told him after we did a take, I said 4 films with you, this is the creepiest scene I've ever been in.
This movie being based in something that really happened, when you get back home, do you ever go a second thought of, oh, that really happened to someone?
I never doubt it. It's important not to judge any character when you're doing it, and you have to be respectful to that. And any doubts that you have, when you have the real people come to set, and you see in their eyes that this was very real to them. And of course, I'm sure even within their own family, there are different versions. It's just, you tell 2 people the same story, they're going to walk away with something different. So the sort of the each detail, whether it happened, didn't, and obviously we're making a movie and trying to condense someone's real life into, 2 hours. So I never doubt that, because as long as the spirit, pun intended, as long as the spirit is there, and you capture and you don't judge it, and the respect is there, I think we're good.
You believe us, don't you?
Sensing a presence?
I'm not sensing anything. All I can sense is their own fear.
Are you a fan of this terror genre, or do you have any favorite horror movies?
For me, it's the ones like The Shining was big to me. That's more creepy than scary, I think. Poltergeist to me was big. Maybe that just when I was a kid, that was a big one for me. A lot of I don't see every horror movie, and I'm not a big. I don't know all. But the big ones I get. I remember seeing Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist and those movies that really rang true.
Bacon?
What do you think? For all these years, they are so successful, and people, they die to go see these horror movies. Yeah. What's the secret behind a horror movie?
I think that people like to be surprised. I think there are very few places in life now where you can really feel powerless. And I think you're powerless in a horror movie, in a good one. It's taking very human moments and putting that human in danger, somebody that you care about, and happening like that. It's both terrifying and then you laugh afterwards for feeling embarrassed, and that's great.
And what's the secret of James Wan to bring in these movies, these stories, and this success?
I think it's the fact that he's look, he's extremely passionate about improving on the genre, pushing the genre, but also he loves character. He loves. Look, I have a few scenes, like giving it away, you know, I have a few scenes in here that you'd go, how is that kind of scene in a horror movie? And that's great, because I think he knows that it's important to build relationships. That's the thing that when the first one, when you had Ron Livingston and Lily Taylor and Joey King, and it's a great cast, and you got to see the family dynamic. It wasn't, you can't just randomly scare someone. You have to really understand who that person is and create these characters, and he just knows how to do that.
Well, thank you, Patrick. Gracias. Let's go watch El Conjuro 2. Do you know it in Spanish?
El Conjuro 2. I love it. Yeah, I just learned that, and in Sirius was La Noche del Demonio.
Muy bien. Gracias.
Yep, de nada.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.